Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockne built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Got his man quickly. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Leonard. He's got his man. And he's still running after the move. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. TCU 0. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Horned Frogs offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running to Green. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Makes a connection. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field.
Going up top. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
Go straight ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UCF. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. To the air, it's Leonard. Got the quick pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fair catch called for and made. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. To the air on first down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, it's Leonard. It's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. He's going to pass. Got his man on the right.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Evans. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Cook. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They want to get this defense on its heels. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, TCU. They take the lead with the 6.
Number 7.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Give to the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Looking for a crease. It's Love. Dances away from one. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Mitchell. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To throw, it's Leonard. Got it! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
The AT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Grabbed in the middle, it's Richardson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. And the timing just a hair off. 2nd down coming up. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Run in the red zone, it's Payne. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. 3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, Dave